What's up, Pan Dudes? Peter von Panda here. It says Team Meep on this, but it's a watch, and it's a Sewor men's automatic dress watch. C1025. I just showed you a Sewor watch that I picked up on a whim on Amazon just because I thought it was cool. It looked kind of like the Frank Mueller. Was it a heavily borrowed, design? Sure it was. I'm not saying it wasn't, but to obviously get nice watches sometimes you get watches that heavily borrow from other watches. Like instead of buying a Rolex, you can buy a Seiko or a Casio with a similar dive design. But I wanted to show you this one too, and maybe give it away if you stick around long enough. Just throwing it out there. You don't have to. You don't have to watch the whole thing. I know you got things to do. But this one is pretty cool. I mean, it's just like the other one, but it looks like it's a black dial. And man, I'm getting a lot of glare. A little bit of the nature of this watch is that it's so curved. I mean, it's kind of like a dome almost in the way it's cut and contoured. I'm getting glare from all over the place. Obviously, if this was a little higher end, it might have an anti-glare finish. But what they do is they call it bluing the crystals. You can see here the reflection that you're seeing in things has a little bit blue tint, and they do that on both of them. It's kind of like an anti-glare look to me, but it's kind of cool, and I'm not sure if they just tint the backside or something like that. I'm not really sure how they do it, but it's a kind of a unique effect. So the glare is kind of helping show that a little bit, but you'll have to understand I've got my lighting set up kind of in a funky way here, so kind of take that into account. You do have what they call a genuine leather strap. It's pretty stiff right out of the gate, but that's fine, in this alligator type style. Now, I don't know if it's truly, leather and a watch that's a $30, $40 price point. I'd be surprised, but it may be. You have a pretty standard kind of low rent buckle there. And what makes this interesting is this, the Frank Mueller style case here. Kind of this, bracelet style, kind of cushioned, really flowy case. You can see the lugs are integrated into the swooping curves of the case, but not only is it curved, the compound curve like this, it's curved in all directions. In fact, as I pointed out in my other review, what Frank Mueller had to do was kind of curve down the corners of the dial so that you could actually get the crystal in there. Obviously, I think this crystal is probably mineral or something like that, maybe glass. What looks like pushers here are just crown protectors. Everything's really polished pretty well. On this, just like the other one, I said it looks like you can see a little cut mark where they kind of grind it down. That's where I think the liquid metal would flow from one to the other, but they seem to do a really nice job of polishing. I mean, it is very, very reflective and smooth. You have a crown here with some knurling, pulls out. And what I was really impressed with was just, the look of the dial has a lot of design, these radial lines for each of the hour sections, the Arabic numerals and this kind of funky Tim Burton style Nightmare Before Christmas font. They're different sizes. They each fill up their quadrant. You have minute markings here and minute numbers on the every 5. You can see it's an automatic movement, which is reflected right there of kind of inexpensive origins, I'm sure, on the automatic movement, but it works. And I think on one of the listings I saw it listed as a tourbillon. Obviously, you can see the action going on there right through the face, which I do kind of like. And you have, the support going across and what looks like a gold finish on the metal there, which is really nice. These leaf style hands and really beautiful. I mean, the black dial with the white, and maybe luminous features of the watch really are very striking. And with the black band, I think, it looks pretty good. If we just throw it on here for a second, again, my wrist is about 7.5 inches. I like it a little like watches that are a little larger personally, but the curve of the watch fits nice. And even though the watch itself is pretty big, that looks pretty nice. This would fit probably under my shirt cuff without a problem, but it is a little thicker, you can see, and that's part of the reason the big curve here, the dramatic curve. You've got to have a movement, you've got to have a dial, you have a crystal on it. There's only so much you can do to package those and have them work, especially in the movement. You can't really curve the movement pieces, but you have nice sliding action, smooth action on that seconds hand. Obviously not a chronograph because you have no other additional pushers, but I think it looks great. And then the crown, you pull out here, I guess I already did, and here's where we can adjust the time. Now, Sewor right up there. Now, all these things actually do work. So if you unwind in the time, you can see the subdial right there. It's 24 hours. It's saying that it's 1 p.m. because we're past the 12. So this is your AM PM window. You can see here that this Moonphase with a hand works too. That'll rotate once every 24 hours, I'm guessing. So it's saying 1 p.m. and that's why the sun is up. If we can kind of get to a later time, I think we'll get stars and moon. There it is. Pretty cool. Yeah, there we are. Now it's saying 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 11 p.m. there, and then you're getting the moon to say, hey, time to CP. So if we go all the way to midnight, you're at the 24-hour, you've got the hand on this subdial straight up and down, you have the moon front and center. You know, the watch has nice weight to it. I mean, it doesn't feel like a cheap watch. You know, someone commented on my other review that, you know, other than the finish, you know, the finishing touches, at a glance, it looks like a nice watch, and I would have to agree. You know, finishing touches like kind of the casting seam right there isn't polished out. You know, a little bit of waviness here in the crown. You know, the movement, which you're never going to see from this end, is like low rent, like I said. But you know, and then the finish in other places. But you know, at a glance, I mean, this watch definitely, I think, gives you a lot. To be honest, if this automatic movement keeps decent time at all, you got to be, I'd be pretty happy with that, man, because automatic movements can cost a lot, especially when compared to quartz. So anyway, just wanted to give you a look at this Sewor in this color combo because I was really impressed with the other one, which was the white dial, so much so that I went ahead and sought this one out. But I also want to give it away. All right, so let's give this bad boy away on how about on Canada Day, July 1st, 2017. That'll give everyone a chance to, if you like it, to enter, to be eligible for that. And obviously, because I'm giving it away on Canada Day, which is like the first quarter, we're going of the moon, I should say, first quarter moon phase, which is in reference to the solar moon indicator there. We're obviously going to keep Americans and Canadians eligible for this giveaway. So if you live in the US or Canada, you'll both be eligible. That's where I can afford to ship it to. That's why we're restricting it. But just like this video, subscribe to my channel, and then comment below. Put the country that you live in the comments so that when my random comment picker picks you, I can verify in the comment that you live in the USA or Canada. So there it is, the Sewor watch. If you really like it and can't wait, I'll put a link to it in the description. You know, for 20 or 30 bucks, I think it's a hella a watch. I really do. I mean, like I said, I'm impressed with it. They didn't send me this watch. No one gave it to me. I didn't get a discount on it. You know, literally picked it up because I thought the Curvex. Is that what it is? I think this Syntrex Curvex or something. The Frank Mueller style, little kind of out of manufacturing now, but that's what I think the style represent. You know, mimics. And to be honest, I think they did a really nice job on it. So I think a lot of value here and a lot of bang for your buck. There it is, the Sewor watch. Peter Von Panda out.